Welcome back to the channel. This is the Action Figure Grader. Thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to leave me a like if you enjoy my content, as it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Today we're going to look at the vintage collection. Obviously, those of you that pre-ordered the Haslab Ghost has that in hand. You have it in hand. Most of you do anyway. Just in time to talk about the Ghost. There's been a lot of really interesting sales for the single carded figures, for the Ghost itself. Lots of other big vehicle sales. We had another Death Star SDCC Death Star box set that sold, the Revenge of the Jedi box set that everyone wants. So some pretty interesting sales in this video, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the Ghost. Those of you that picked it up, I know a number of you picked up like 3 and 4 of them. My buddy Chet ordered like 4 of them. It took over his entire house. It was pretty crazy. So for those of you interested in knowing what's going on with the prices for the vintage collection, I try to put one of these videos together once a week covering sales on eBay. So let's take a look. First is a Dak Ralter, but autographed by the actor John Morton. He is, I guess, the actor that portrayed him. I don't know. I can't keep track of the actors' names, but John Morton signed Dak Ralter, and it was already authenticated by one of the grading companies. I can't tell which one it is there. James Spence Authentication. So it already has the authentication sticker on the back, and this sold in an auction for $62 and change plus shipping. I thought that was a really good deal. Good candidate to send to Collector Archive Services. They offer what's called the Signature Series grading, where they will grade any item that has been signed by these actors, and you can even authenticate it after the fact if it's not already authenticated like this one is. So in this case, you can send this one in and just pay the grading fee for the actual item. If you have one that's signed that's not authenticated, they'll do that too. They charge an extra, I think, $35, something like that. So pretty cool to see that one sell. Next up, I've got 2 different sales for the Darth Vader name pill unpunched Anakin Revenge of the Sith, and this is VC13, the Darth Vader name pill variant. Obviously, the Anakin Skywalker name pill unpunched is the tough one to find, but 2 different examples of the Darth Vader name pill sold, both of them very clean. This one sold for $100 free shipping, and then this one sold for $120 plus $7 shipping. So tight price range-ish, tight-ish. 20% is kind of a big window there, but you know, at least gives you an idea of what it's going for right now. The Gungan Warrior, this seller had 2 of them available, both of them unpunched. They did sell for $68 free shipping. That's a pretty nice looking card back and figure on that one. We had a Princess Leia Sandstorm outfit unpunched that sold. This is obviously the deleted Blu-ray scene figure, and this is the cheapest I've seen in a while for one of these Sandstorm Leias. $84 in an auction plus $6 shipping. Typically they're going for $100 to $125, but this one did sell in an auction for $84. Good deal there. Another low point, this is Grand Moff Tarkin. This one sold for $78. That's really cheap. These were going for $178 about a year ago, so this one has really dropped off in price. Unpunched VC98 Grand Moff Tarkin, $78.55 in an auction plus shipping. The original issue Ahsoka, this one sold for $140, and that one also included shipping, but this was a pretty clean example, unpunched. A little bit of wave to the card, a little bit of wave, but that one did sell for $140. Next up was Princess Leia in her Bespin gown, VC111, I believe. Yeah, VC111, unpunched. And that one sold for $155 plus $25 shipping. I would not pay that. I think you can probably get that closer to $125 all in versus $155 plus $25 shipping. That's a little high to me for Princess Leia Bespin, but at least shows you that it has sold for that. All right, now for those of you that have the Ghost and you're trying to debate what to do with your multiples, a number of you have multiples and are just trying to figure out what sales prices look like. For just the carded figures, they're selling for a lot more if you buy them if you sell them and list them separately. And here's a look at the back of the card. Pretty cool how they did the card art on these. I really like these a lot. This is Has 005. And this is Kanan Jarrus with the alternate head swap. That one sold for $125 plus $6. The Eris and Dula sold for $125 plus shipping. So that's HAS or has 003. And Zeb Aurelius sold for $92.75. I don't know why this one sells for cheaper, because he's clearly the best of the bunch. I mean, that figure sculpt is incredible. I really like that one a lot. That is awesome. But he goes for less money, so has 006 on him, sold for $92.75. Now, if you want to buy them all in one shot, this is about as cheap as I've been able to find for the Ghost pack-in figures alone, okay? So it doesn't include Chopper or Sabine Wren, but for just the Haslab pack-ins, this one sold for $260 and change. So $260.95 plus $4 shipping for those four. So that's the cheapest I've been able to find for those. I've seen them as high as $350, but this one did sell in an auction for $260. Then we had all of them together, including Chopper and Sabine Wren, which came in like a 2-pack with the same box art. And those sold for $375 plus $18 shipping for that full set of 6, if you want the whole crew. For the Haslab still factory sealed, I've got a couple of data points for you guys there. This one was $600 plus $71 shipping for it, still packed inside the shipper box. And here was another one. This one sold for $700. So pretty tight price range, $671 plus shipping versus $700 free shipping. So, not a huge premium for what they're going for right now. I think that number will even come down further, is my guess, just because so many people pre-ordered these. But for those of you that have multiples and you got to get them out of your house before your wife kills you, I know my wife would kill me if I bought one, much less multiples. But $675 to about $700 is what they're going for right now. Again, I expect that number to drop. So if you've got them, you might want to offload them now before the price drops. That's my guess. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Several different AT-ATs sold. We've got some with the Empire Strikes Back packaging, the Toys R Us exclusive. This one sold for $645 plus $59 shipping. This one sold for $700 free shipping. Both of those are the Empire Strikes Back version of the AT-AT. And then a third one sold for $725 plus $123 shipping. So you could also do free pickup. It's very possible that whoever bought this did free pickup on it because the shipping cost was so exorbitant relative to these other examples. But anywhere from about, let's call it $700 free shipping, $725 on this one, and then this one was $725 plus shipping for the Empire Strikes Back packaging. And then there was also one that sold for the Return of the Jedi packaging, Toys R Us exclusive AT-AT. That one sold for $650. And this seller had 2 of them available. They both did sell. So $650 is about the going rate for the Return of the Jedi version of the AT-AT. We had another Smuggler's Run Millennium Falcon that sold. This one sold for the price is cut off here. Let's see if I can get it to pop up again. $621 on 9 bids plus $30 shipping on that one. So $621 for the Smuggler's Run in an auction. Smuggler's Run Millennium Falcon. And then here is the Revenge of the Jedi box set. This is the cheapest I've seen in a while. This one sold for $1,000 plus $125 shipping. It was 100% complete with all of the figures. The box wasn't perfect. It had some wear to it, but it wasn't in terrible shape. And, this one has been coming down in price. We've seen kind of the high water mark, I believe, last year was around $2,000, $1,900 to $2,000. And it's slowly been working its way back down in price to where now you can get it for about $1,100. So that's a price target to aim for, at least if you're here in the U.S. That seems to be the going rate, is $1,100-ish, $1,200-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. But that one did sell for $1,000 plus $125 shipping. And then finally, Gold Star Tech. We usually know this seller for vintage Kenner items, and they're awesome auctions they've had for very rare items. Well, this was a factory sealed, still in the shipper case, Haslab Jabba sail barge, the Katana, and this one did sell in an auction for $1,778. That too is a low number. That's a number that we're not used to seeing. Usually they're going for $2,000 to $2,500 or more sometimes. But this one did sell for $1,778, free shipping on that as well. So that was the deal of the century. That's as cheap as I've seen one sell for recently. And, you know, maybe it was timing. All of these auctions ended before Christmas was ending, or Christmas was here. So this video is coming out a little bit later, but you know, people have tight budgets right now, you know, around Christmas. So I think that could be playing a part into why these sales prices were a little bit lower than what we're expecting. So anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this recent look at sales for the vintage collection. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.